life is so wonderful compared to what it was in this place. I can't even believe I actually get to be where I am now.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 child stars who opened up about the price of fame.
And to be going through that court situation and have an open court case and have everybody look at it.
For this list, we're looking at brutally honest stories about the dark side of the entertainment industry. Which of these stories surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Demi Lovato.
I like to say that I'm an open book with boundaries because I feel like I do wear my heart on my sleeve, but I also have learned how to protect myself.
Thanks to a meteoric rise on Disney Channel, Demi Lovato was a TV staple throughout her younger years. Unfortunately, her life behind the scenes was far from easy. Lovato suddenly left both her leading role on Sunny with a Chance and a concert tour in 2010. She ended up going to rehab to address her addictive behaviors and struggles with mental health in 2011.
I was stuck in this unhappy position, and here I am sober, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm 6 years sober, but I'm miserable. I'm even more miserable than I was when I was drinking. Why am I sober?
After Lovato's stay, she publicly talked about those issues and directly spoke about her difficulties with disordered eating. The singer went on to share more details in her music, a self-help memoir, and in documentaries. Lovato's journey has had several bumps in the road, but she's always been honest about what it takes to start over. Number 9, Ariel Winter.
I think that when I was born, it was kind of already decided what I was expected to be, and so I was kind of pushed into the industry.
While Ariel Winter was still working on the smash hit Modern Family, her sister Chanel Grey was making a case for why she should be the rising star's legal guardian. This publicized court battle led the actress to open up about her mother's bad behavior. Winter reported that she had strict rules about her diet, friendships, and even had to wear inappropriate clothes.
So your sister has been really there for you and great for you, right?
She's been the best part of my life.
Yeah.
She really is my best friend. She is the most important thing to me. She's been there for me through absolutely everything, and I just love her so much. I count on her more than anything.
Apparently, these restrictions were meant to keep the star famous. Outside of Winter's turbulent relationship with her mother, she was also subjected to negative comments about her body. Winter has often talked about the power of body positivity and importance of taking care of one's mental health. We think Alex Dunphy would be proud.
It was really painful for me to watch my mom go on news outlets and go on Dr. Phil and kind of spread things everywhere when it's really just private family business.
Number 8, Miley Cyrus.
I've become the face of a lot of things, kind of against my will. I guess from my opinions, when you're someone in my position, your opinion becomes your identity.
Miley Cyrus had no qualms about sharing the downsides of being in the public eye at a young age. After she put her breakout Hannah Montana role in the rearview mirror, the singer talked about her struggle to move on to more mature projects. Cyrus has spoken extensively about fans who want her to project the wholesome image she had when she was younger.
There was a different level of hysteria when it was actually kind of crazy being Hannah Montana. Now I have a hard time remembering exactly what that felt like.
Additionally, she's talked about the hectic schedule and pressure she had to dress a certain way. Cyrus even compared aspects of the experience to the notoriously exploitative TLC show Toddlers and Tiaras. Cyrus definitely deserves to get her flowers after withstanding all that pressure.
I didn't hurt myself beyond repair in my experiences. I survived, and I don't even mean heart still beating survival. I mean, I have a lot of people that love me around.
Number 7, Amanda Bynes.
You've made your bed. I just hope for your sake that you've cleaned the sheets.
After Nickelodeon child star Amanda Bynes moved from her self-titled show to projects like She's the Man and Easy A, fans embraced her career direction. But the actress saw things differently. When Bynes looked back, she admitted that being typecast into playing quirky and innocent characters instead of landing mature parts bothered her.
Felt like I was drowning. Really? Oh my God, ew. I know, it was repulsive.
She also said she struggled so much with her body image in the spotlight that she relied on various substances before retiring. After years of trying to work through legal issues and her mental health, Bynes was placed in a conservatorship. Fortunately, she got to a place where she was able to end that legal arrangement and focus on her passions again.
I was serious, but I was also on drugs. So that was my way of saying, let's do it, man.
Number 6, Aaron Carter.
When I turned 18 years old, I was just kind of standing there on my own trying to figure it out. And at that time, there was a lot of damage had been done. My parents were fighting each other in the media and stuff like that, and it just became very difficult.
The late Aaron Carter's financial struggles made tons of headlines over the years. According to the pop star, he constantly dealt with debt because his parents and managers took advantage. While coping with financial issues, Carter's mental health struggles and legal problems made it difficult to achieve the heights of fame he had as a child pop star.
It's body shaming. It is the toughest thing to deal with.
He once revealed that he hoped a stint on Dancing with the Stars in 2009 would help give him a career boost. When the run didn't give him the push he was hoping for, he turned to negative habits to help him cope. While working on a comeback, Carter tragically passed away in his home in 2022.
At what point did you know that you had a problem and had to stop?
I never really did.
Someone step in?
I mean, my mother stepped in.
Number 5, Daniel Radcliffe.
When I think of the sort of chaos I used to invite into my life, I'm like, I'm really much happier now.
In the decades since ending his historic run as Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe has spoken about some of the issues he faced as a young star of the franchise. The pressure of being one of the biggest child stars in the world eventually got to him. As Radcliffe reached a legal drinking age, he acknowledged in interviews that he began leaning more on alcohol to deal with being in the spotlight.
In my case, the quickest way of forgetting about the fact that you were being watched was to get very drunk, and then as you get very drunk, you become aware that, people are watching more now because now I'm getting very drunk.
He also said that his habits began to affect his work on the films. As the franchise wrapped up, Radcliffe worked hard to get and stay sober. Today, Radcliffe credits staying well-adjusted in the spotlight to surrounding himself with positive influences.
Now we're about a year and a half later, and my life has turned around immeasurably. It's a wonderful thing.
Number 4, Mara Wilson.
Are you only 4 years old?
6.5.
You're 4.
6.5.
If you were 6.5, you'd be in school already.
I want to be in school. I told you I was supposed to start school in September.
After starring in beloved 1990s family movies like Matilda, Mara Wilson took a step back from Hollywood in the 2000s. She would later pen several articles about her experiences in the 2010s. In one op-ed, Wilson used her first-hand experience to offer up the reasons why the odds are stacked so highly against child stars.
People love to talk about how immoral Hollywood is, but it's not. It's amoral. It's a numbers game. It's demographics.
She also shared a detailed look at her childhood with a memoir, Where Am I Now? In the book, she wrote about being pressured to look and act certain ways to get cast and be accepted. Wilson also discussed how hard it was to read the inappropriate comments people made about her. Over the last decade, she has constantly voiced her support for other child stars who have faced adversity.
For a long time, I kind of took a lot of the things that happened to me in stride, but I look back now and I think, wow, if that happened to any child that I know and care about, I don't know what I would do.
Number 3, Drew Barrymore.
Well, I had grown up very fast, and it's not very normal to see a 9-year-old at a big Hollywood party.
First rising to fame in E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Drew Barrymore's childhood was anything but ordinary. At a young age, she was often brought to clubs and venues geared for adults that she shouldn't have been able to get access to.
I was a real wild child, and I just got so out of control that no one knew what to do with me.
Barrymore later said her behavior got so erratic that she was sent to a facility to address her addictive habits and mental health issues. The star later acknowledged that her experience there ultimately helped her turn things around. In the years since, Barrymore enjoyed a career resurgence and started hosting a successful talk show. On occasion, she will use her talk show platform to facilitate illuminating conversations about child stardom and teenage rebellion.
I'm so glad that my kids won't be having to live on their own at 14. And that's as healing to the 14-year-old me as it can get.
Number 2, Macaulay Culkin.
But in general, I never really liked being fussed over. I didn't like, the hair, makeup, costume people, poking at you all the time and things like that. I actually wasn't a huge fan after a while of kind of, being the center of attention.
Years after Macaulay Culkin blew up as a child star, he revealed how difficult it was for him behind the scenes. According to the actor, trying to balance normal activities like school with filming schedules made shoots feel more like a chore.
I never read any of the scripts. I would just read, the lines for, the next day or whatever. I would, get the gist of what the movie was about. But then I just kind of show up and hit my marks, find my light.
Culkin also had to accept whatever role was chosen for him. On top of the pressures of fame, he's been extremely honest about his rocky relationship with his parents. Culkin claimed that their focus on his earnings and career pushed his father in particular to mistreat him. Despite hitting a few rough patches, Culkin slowly started to make more Hollywood appearances in the late 2010s. Fortunately, Culkin's past difficulties have not kept him from a happy and productive career.
Yeah, I was away from home a lot. I was away from school. I was just... I needed something else. I needed to grow and develop as a person. I was looking forward to high school. I was actually looking forward to going to school.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Selena Gomez. The Disney whiz, quote, felt like a joke before getting more mature roles.
I never actually was afraid to tell people that I want to take time for myself. I never thought that was a bad thing.
Allison Stoner. Missy Elliott's Dancer opened up about child labor laws.
I'm 17, and in just over a decade, the tentacles of the industry have suffocated and destroyed my family, every member with their own unique hardship. This whole dynamic can distort and exhaust even the healthiest of humans.
Cole Sprouse. He had difficulty breaking out of his sweet life image.
For those that are unfamiliar, identical twins work quite well in acting, especially as young children or babies, because child labor laws dictate kids can only work a certain amount of hours. But when there's two of them that look exactly the same, you double your production time. Little economic loophole right here.
Christy Carlson Romano. The Even Stevens star wasn't taught how to save her money.
You gotta teach kids the value of each single dollar that they make, everything that they do, the energy that it brings to their life, and what it takes to make that dollar. It's a relationship that you have to it.
Raven Simonier. The Cosby Show star faced body shaming behind the scenes.
I was too big to be doing an hour-and-a-half concert. I don't know how she can dance being that big.
Wow.
And I was like, and I still did it. I went on tour forever.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Jennette McCurdy.
As a kid, I'm surrounded by all these people who are my friends or my whatever, but they're all making money off of me. Yeah.
Before Jennette McCurdy even released her 2022 memoir, she grabbed the world's attention with its provocative title, I'm Glad My Mom Died. The book's contents dove into the horrifying details about the actress's strained relationship with her mother. McCurdy's mom pushed everything from dieting hard to constant Hollywood exposure.
Some parents aren't good parents.
Yes.
They don't know how to do it.
Yes, and to be able to say that out loud, and people come up to me on the street and say, my mom's still alive, I can't say what you said, thanks for saying it.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
This caused the actress to develop body image issues while feeling the pressure to constantly perform. Outside of talking about her family in the book, McCurdy also highlighted Nickelodeon producer Dan Schneider's troubling behavior. Her brave testimony became an acclaimed and much discussed bestseller. Whether the book leads to lasting change remains to be seen, but it was a landmark work that spoke volumes to McCurdy's resilience and bravery.
It took me a long time to accept that my mom was not perfect, let alone abusive. Like, it went in baby steps to put these pieces of the puzzle together.
Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.